So I get a lot of questions about how to best film tennis matches, and I've got a few of my go-to rigs that I use. The first one here that I probably use most often is just a very inexpensive tripod that you can get off of Amazon. It's like 20 bucks. It is very flimsy, but for the sports cameras that are very lightweight, it's fine. In fact, I do use this on court at times. Sometimes I've got a tablet mount. If I want to, actually do some playback on court, I'll use that. And you don't want something that's really overbuilt that would win a collision in case a kid would run into it. These things are really flimsy. In fact, I've had kids run into them. They break the legs off of them, and you just replace them. It's not that big of a deal. You don't want an injury for sure. But what I use this mostly for is fence mount. And I got these two garage hooks from Walmart for like $2 each. Zip tie them on with a little bit of tape, and then you just extend this leg out to mount it and keep it in this position because you want the stability against the fence. And then just lift it up, and it hangs up there, and it's really stable. It doesn't really move around a lot. And I added this Velcro strap here for an extra battery, so if I've got a long college match that I'm taping, I can get several hours of recording time. So this is really my go-to rig that I use. There are other options out there that are monopod, which work fine if that's your sole purpose, but I like the flexibility of using a tripod and being able to fence mount it in one rig, so I don't have to carry multiple devices around. The other option I have here is the GorillaPod, and I've got one mounted here on the fence. So if you don't have a windscreen, this will work great just to mount it right in the fence. You can stick this in your tennis bag. Just be careful if you're mounting it in one of these wind holes, not to let it overlap, because these windscreens will move back and forth and knock your camera around. Now, if you're in a situation where you're kind of permanently training or coaching somewhere, you've got kind of full access to the courts, and I mount these PVC tubes on the back of the courts about 5.5, 6 feet high, and paint them to match the windscreen. This way, if you've got a selfie stick or a GorillaPod, you can just quickly stick these in here and mount them, and you're good to go. So these work great if you're if you're using a high school court or something like that, and you're recording matches there, or if you're coaching somewhere. Those are my go-to rigs, and like I said, there are many other options out there, but these are the ones that just work best for me.